Hello, my name is Quentin Henning. I am co-chairman of Novo Resources, an Australian gold producer. Before I begin today's presentation, I must draw your attention to our cautionary statement. This statement is posted as part of our corporate presentation on our website. I would urge you to read it. Novo is a gold explorer and producer. It's one of the few companies that's gone from pure exploration to becoming a producer, now targeting a production of 100,000 ounces a year out of the Golden Eagle processing facility with a base load from our Beaton's Creek conglomerate gold project. Our goal, our strategy, is to discover gold projects that support long life, low cost production with the intent of building a pathway to become a mid-tier gold company of greater than 250,000 ounces per year. We are a very technologically focused company. We've developed a lot of innovative techniques to tackle the nuggety mineralization we've had, as well as analyzing it and recovering the gold. We anticipate that becoming an important part and basis for our path forward from here on out. We also take an active role in investing in prospective gold projects. Our share price has been hovering just under $2 Canadian. Our shares out is about 246 million. Fully dilute, we're at 283 million. Our cash balance stands just over 50 million Canadian, puts us in a very good position to move forward, and our marketable securities stand at about 150 million. You can see our shareholder breakdown here. A lot of big supporters, including Eric Sprott, IMC Holdings, from whom we bought the Millennium Mill, and then the Creasy Group. Mark Creasy, of course, helped us found Novo about 12 years ago when we first got started. Here you can see our team. I'm co-chairman alongside Mike Spreadborough, who is executive co-chairman. Mike is a seasoned mining executive, lives in Perth. He is the right person to help with the operational side, thus freeing up time to allow me to focus more on the exploration side. I work directly with Kaz DeLuca, GM of Exploration. Rob Humphreyson oversees all of our operations. He is the one that effectively put together our producing center at Beaton's Creek and should be commended for the fantastic job he and his team have done. Michael Barrett, long experience as an accountant, has helped a number of very large companies, including Rio Tinto. Ross Hamilton, seasoned in the new ESG realm that we are going to take an active role in, and he is going to help us develop that path. Amy Jo Stefanik, legal background, great corporate legal experience as well as M&A. Ronan Sabel-Walsh, our CFO in Perth, has been with us for more or less the beginning and has really helped me and now helped the team build this company. Leo, of course, VP of IR, is always available to answer people's questions. Here you can see our land position in blue across the Pilbara. We have land holdings similar in size, in fact, even greater than some of the iron ore producers here. The geology of this region, of course, is conducive for iron ores, but it also has potential to host considerable gold, and we are really the trailblazer for this area. If you look and wind back the clock 12, 15 years ago, there was nobody in this area taking gold seriously. We are the ones that blaze that trail, and now you see a number of companies going into production or developing advanced stage projects. This would include Calidus to the north of us, Millennium Minerals, whom we bought right near Beaton's Creek, Capricorn Metals south of Newman. You also see De Grey advancing their Hemi discovery up near Port Hedland. This is a wonderful outcome, and it really shows that the Pilbara is going to be a major gold camp over time, and we are the best positioned in this gold camp. Our Pilbara gold strategy is quite straightforward. It's centered around Beaton's Creek, which provides our foundation, or basically our base load of ore for our Golden Eagle processing facility. But we have a number of projects within the Nullagine Center. So within 50 kilometers, the Golden Eagle Mill, we have a number of brownfield opportunities to grow that resource base. We have a number of conglomerate gold projects across the region in which we can pull in, and I'll show how, using mechanical sorting and other endeavors, pull in material that could grow this story organically. There are also a number of basement targets, what we call orogenic gold deposits, throughout the region as well. And we have several of these, including the Tauga deposit, which is a very high priority for us. Here you can see an aerial shot of the Golden Eagle facility. The Beaton's Creek project would be off to the left out of this image, but this is the operation that we bought last year from Millennium Minerals. It's a fantastic operation. The mill was doing about 1.88 million ton per annum for the last 5 years. The mill was operating under Millennium's tenure. We have been operating at a similar level here recently, and I believe that's likely going to be the case going forward. You can see there's a tailing storage facility behind the hill there. We are putting a lift in at this time. That'll give us another couple of years capacity. And we have a camp there that's plenty big enough for our staff. The Beaton's Creek Gold Project lies to the north of the Golden Eagle Mill. It's near the town of Nullagine. You can see the footprint of mineralization in red. The current resource base is about 450,000 ounces of indicated and inferred, ranging in grade from about 2 to 3 grams. We are open pit mining there, and we're trucking that material down to the Golden Eagle processing facility. I've talked earlier about our innovative technology. We are one of the first companies to use the Chrysos photon assay technology for grade control assaying. In fact, we were one of the first companies to use photon assay, period. It's something we take great pride in. We've got access now to 2 machines in Perth that are run by Intertek, a large analytic firm. And we are now putting upwards of 40,000 samples minimum per month through those machines. We are processing at a rate of about 1.8 million ton per annum. Again, about the same rate the Millennium operated the mill for many years, and we are seeing great recoveries averaging about 94%. We do get a lot of gravity gold. There's a lot of coarse gold with our gold deposit, this nuggety conglomeratic mineralization, which means enhanced gravity recovery. We often see recoveries of gravity gold on the order of 60%, exceptional for any gold deposit. You can see we've seen steady growth since we poured our first gold in February of this year. We anticipate that now that we're more or less at steady state, we should come close to producing what was predicted by the PEA that was published a few months ago. One of the main efforts that we have is to employ mechanical sorting as a technology that will help us grow the company organically. At Karratha, we have conglomeratic gold deposits with very coarse grained gold. We also see this coarse gold at Egina, which is basically the eroded derivative products of these conglomerates. It's the derivative of those conglomerates. And in both cases, we see opportunities to use mechanical sorting to produce high-grade concentrates that can be trucked to the Golden Eagle Mill, thus growing production organically. We plan to undertake field trials, phase 2 trials of mechanical sorting very shortly. We are putting the machine at the Nullagine Mill, the Golden Eagle Mill, and we're going to truck the materials there. In fact, we're already doing so. We're starting to truck samples from various sites, both the conglomerate gold type mineralization that we have, but also some of the orogenic deposits like Tauga. This is a great strategy for us to grow organically. I would urge people to pay close attention to this work. Our priority in terms of exploration and growth is to explore that Nullagine camp. Look for low-hanging fruit, oxide mill feed within the region. This is an easy way to maintain our resource base and also grow production. But, and not to say that priority 2 means somewhat less than priority 1. We also see opportunity to use this mechanical sorting to grow the production base as well. Okay, this is a very important strategy for us. It's going to take some testing, but I think we're on the right path to show that we can produce high-grade concentrates that can be trucked over to the Nullagine mill and grow our production. Lastly, there is sulfide mineralization, often refractory or semi-refractory mineralization on our tenure. It is a lower priority for us, but it could be a very important part of the story in the Pilbara region. As people know, there are several stories in this region that all have sulfide mineralization, and all of this is somewhat refractory. It could be that there's a case for building a bigger production center around refractory mineralization sometime in the future. Here you can see our land holdings in greater detail. We have 3 exploration centers in the north, and we have 1 in the south. We are really the commanding company in the Pilbara in terms of gold opportunity. But that said, we also see and recognize potential for base metal and lithium across the region as well. There are a number of lithium producers as well as base metal stories, such as the Andover discovery, which is near our Purdy's Reward tenement. These are important stories that we keep an eye on. Not typically have we talked about gold, or excuse me, base metals and other metals in the past, but we recognize this could complement our gold story going forward. We do have a lot of tenure, and we do see potential for these metals across our tenure. I'd like to take a moment to talk about our investment strategy. We have a portfolio of investments that encompasses about $150 million in value. Much of that is in the shareholding in Newfound Gold that we have. Of course, Newfound has made an exceptionally high-grade discovery in Newfoundland. We currently hold all 15 million shares that we obtained through a share swap in March of 2020 prior to that company going public. We're delighted to see the progress they've made. We think they're headed for a very, very good outcome, and we continue to be a very strong supportive shareholder. Elementum 3D, a 3D printing company, we have 2 million shares. Elementum is growing very rapidly, and you're going to see the value of those shares increase dramatically going forward. We also have stakes in a number of Australian companies, including Calidus, Kalamazoo, and GBM. All of these are strategic shareholdings that we see of value going forward. To recap, we are a long-lived, low-cost producer of gold right now. We anticipate growing the company to over 250,000 ounces per year through the application of innovative technology around this nuggety gold mineralization, but we also are employing innovative exploration strategies as well that we think will enable the company to grow from here on out. I'll leave you with a couple of slides, images of the operation at Beaton's Creek. Here you can see some of the mining activity. It's a bit unusual deposit. These are flat-lying conglomerates. Not too many people see a flat pit, a saucer-shaped pit like this too often. This is our mine site there. Here's a statement about our resource base. I would encourage you to read this as well as our PEA that came out in April of this year. And with that, I'll end our presentation. You can see our contact information for IR. Leo Carabellis at Novo Resources. His email is posted below. He and I are always happy to answer any questions people might have. And with that, I'll end today's presentation. Thank you for attending.